Hello folks, welcome back. It's Paul here from UK Rails and More. Hope you're all keeping safe and well, and as always a big thank you for watching, and to all people who comment, and also to all new subscribers. Thanks very much. So this video is going to be a couple of parts really, or three parts. First of all, just having a look at some of the new bridge ideas I've had for the new modular layout. Secondly, having a look at some inspiration for some of those bridges as well. So we're having a look at Chinley and the viaducts, the impressive viaducts and bridges around Chinley. And then finally, it's going to be a look at a little bit more shunting action from the Peak Forest as well. So I hope you enjoy that video. If you do, then please give it a thumbs up. So yeah, basically, first of all, just for the layout, I'd started doing some very basic kind of primitive landscaping just to start off with, and I've just put a bit of green paint, some cheap green paint on there, just so it gives an idea of what that landscape is going to look like a little bit, and obviously that means that I can chop and change it as I need to in line with the bridges and structures, and my idea behind that is that I can get it right really first time, and then I can do the proper fine landscaping and scatter materials, etc. So yeah, it was just a case of, as you see, looking at some other options for bridges and then constructing them very simply, just using some cardboard, and then with the cardboard just trying to get an idea of spans and the different places where I'm going to put arches, and then kind of iron steel structures. So I've just tried a few different ideas there just to see how it looks like, what it looks like, but it's by no means the final decision, and in fact some of them will be brought down and I'll be remodeling that, but the idea is it's just something very simple that gives us an idea. To anyone who's new to the channel, basically the layout and building, it's going to be heavily feature lots of different engineering and earthwork projects really for the layout. So there's going to be lots of bridges with two lines on different levels, and also it's going to feature many embankments and also cuttings to try and get a really accurate reflection of the landscape and how the railway is built around the landscape. So anyway, let's have a look at some bridges. So Chinley, first of all, we're going to have some footage of the double viaducts at Chinley, and it's a small village really, or very, very small conurbation in the Peak District, and you've got these two rather impressive viaducts which carry the lines variously around towards Buxton and towards Edale, and also around to Peak Forest as well. So I wanted to record some of the bridges and different structures, just to look at really for when I'm actually building properly the ones that I choose. Here's just looking back from one of those bridges, a road bridge over the top at Chinley Junction, and you can see that there's a few different types there. You've got the stone type, that's just captured a freight train just going over the viaduct, or one of the viaducts. They're both curved viaducts these, so it's a really interesting feature, and it's kind of a freeway junction. There you can see that's just zoomed in, and that's actually, if you look carefully, that's one of the viaducts I filmed earlier from below. So yeah, really interesting to have a look, and then helps with things like modelling, like the span and the different types there. So there's a typical kind of stone bridge carrying the railway over the top with an embankment you can just see over there to the left. There's the actual main viaduct, which I think would be useful for looking at the distance of spans, etc., and just give you an idea of proportion. And there's that kind of steel iron type bridge, whichever one it is, and it just helps to see how, really modelling wise, I suppose that's quite an easy one to build, and then also joining onto a stone. So it's really something I want to do where I can use different types of bridge, with the stone viaduct type, and also combining some of the steel structure like as well. And that's just a look from one of the roads going through Chinley. and you can see a good one where you can see both viaducts there, the way that both of them are curved, and they curve off in different directions. And a lot of traffic is that Peak Forest traffic that goes over these towards the and one of them, it goes towards the Edale line and over towards Sheffield, so you get stone trains going over there. And then the opposite way is kind of Buxton as well, and Peak Forest. So yeah, some good inspiration there for bridges. Hopefully you may find that useful on your own layouts. And without further ado, let's have some Peak Forest action. Okay folks, welcome back. I thought I'd just try and explain a little bit for anyone who's not familiar with the operations at Peak Forest, what's going on here. As this Class 66, it takes quite a while actually to be brought forward. But basically that's got a train full of empties, and there's a couple of holding sidings there. There's at least one, if not two, where they just can store empty trains. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to, in a moment, it's going to be moved forward, and then it's going to be reversed back, shunted back along the line where the worker in the high-vis there has just crossed. And that leads to the actual loading sidings where they can load them, either by overhead loading and also by digger loading as well. So yeah, in a moment it's going to head forward, and then it's going to be shunted back to load that train. The line in the distance there, as it goes off the two main lines effectively, they will take the empties will come through there, through a tunnel, and the loaded trains go back out that way as well. And then in the opposite direction, where I'm stood, I'm on one of the road bridge that goes over the top, and then in the opposite direction you've got trains going to further quarries, Tunstead quarries, and that line also goes round in a kind of loop as well, towards the loops back round towards Buxton, basically, on the Millersdale, Monsaldale lines, which is a disused line, but it does have a part that actually is still currently used just to allow that loop round back to Buxton. So yeah, hope you found that useful. Just this train's you can just see it's just starting to move forward now, and I've just tried to capture as much as I can the operation with the wagons being loaded back. This is also going to be really quite influential of the new layout. These trains, you've got the two direct rail services, Class 66s, and they're used as shunting trains at this location now, but you've got all sorts of various different GBRF traffic, and different variety of locomotives coming through here anyway. So yeah, hope you find that useful, and I'll shut up waffling and leave you to a bit more of the action. Okay, bye for now.